Hey guys, we welcome to your very last science lesson for the school year. Today we're going to have some fun. We're going to learn some new things and do an experiment at the end. Uh, Today, after you watch this video, you will have a quiz that goes along with the reading that I'm going to have. And then you'll have to finish your research project. You'll be adding a couple more slides. And then you're going to be presenting your presentation to the class through the Flipgrid that I have put on there. And then after you finish all those tasks and you feel good about everything, then you are officially done with the 2019-2020 Earth Science class. And hopefully you guys have learned a lot this year. So the last 2 weeks we've really been diving into storms and how they affect our world and different places of the world. We live in Missouri, and so in Missouri we experience more thunderstorms and we experience tornadoes more than anything else. Why don't we experience hurricanes? Does anybody already know? We don't experience hurricanes because we don't live next to an ocean. Okay, we get the aftermath of the hurricane, which would be the rain that comes through, but we don't actually experience a hurricane because a hurricane happens over the ocean. All right, so that's an important thing to remember in the upcoming. All right, so to start off our lesson, we're going to do something a little different. This is a game I used to play when I was a kid. It's so much more fun with a bunch of people, but hopefully you can do it in your class, right there wherever you're watching this, and do it with me, and we can try to make our own thunderstorm happen. All right, so first we're going to it's a effect of we're going to start with rain and lead up to the thunderstorm and then bring it back down. And we're doing this all with our hands and our feet and our legs. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want you to do is if it's right now, there's just going to be a little bit of wind. Okay. So we're going to take our hands and we're just going to rub them together. Okay. This is the wind. Okay. Now we're going to snap our fingers. It's going to start dropping water drops. Okay, after that, we're going to bring it to a little bit more. We're going to really rub our hands together like this. Now it's raining very hard. Okay, it's raining super hard. Now bring it down to your legs. And you're going to pat your legs. Now it is pouring outside. And if you were to do this with a bunch of people, you could hear how it goes crazy, okay? Then now I want you to take your feet and I want you to stomp. And stomp as hard as you can. Now it's thundering and it's really coming down. Bring it back down, okay? Just to your legs or just patting your legs. And kind of ease up there. Come back here. Really hard. I'm not a very good snapper. And then just really soft wind. And you're done. Now that was a storm that you just created with your hands. How cool was that? All right. So some of you guys got a packet from me, and if you want to get it out, you can. I think it will help. But if you don't want to, that's okay. You can just listen. All right, so this storm, it says, changes in weather take place when air masses meet. For example, warm air masses meeting cold air masses can cause rain. If there's a large difference in temperature of the air masses, then storms may result. Thunderstorms take place mainly in the spring and summer in North America. All right, that's a big thing to remember because that might be on your quiz. There is thunder and lightning too. Lightning is caused by electric charges in a cloud. These charges can jump from one cloud to another, or they can jump from a cloud to the ground. As it passes through the air, Lightning heats up and the air makes it expand very quickly. The noise that the expanding air makes is thunder. Remember last week when we read our story, we talked about the difference in light speed and hearing speed. Okay, lightning comes first because it's a lot faster than when you hear the thunder. The thunder might be happening at the same time, but it's not going to get to you as fast. So it comes after the lightning. A tornado is a violent but small storm that starts over land. In a tornado, winds begin to move in a circle. They go as fast as 500 miles per hour. That is, if you don't know, very, very, very fast. That's why there's so much damage after a tornado. The winds make a tall, dark cloud in the shape of a funnel. The bottom of the funnel may touch the ground. If it does, a great deal of damage can occur. Buildings are destroyed. Cars and other objects are lifted and thrown many yards away. A hurricane is a large storm that forms over an ocean near the equator. It may be 500 miles across and have winds up to 70 to 200 miles an hour. The winds spin around a center called the eye. Inside the eye of a hurricane, it is calm. There is no wind. Since hurricanes form over oceans, they often damage islands and coastal areas with their high winds and heavy rains. Right? So that's why we do not get hurricanes, because we do not live next to an ocean. But you hear about it on the news, and you can see Florida would experience hurricanes, South Carolina, North Carolina, all those coastal states that would experience next to the ocean, they might experience a hurricane. But we are prone to experience a tornado because we are land, or on the land. Okay? All right, so whenever a tornado comes and they have all that wind speed and that funnel touches the ground, that's when the damage hits. And a lot of times this damage can destroy buildings. Just yesterday, there was a little tornado that went through a town next to where my parents live, and my grandparents do live in this town, and it ripped the roof off the high school there in their town, and a lot of people's farms and a lot of people's homes were destroyed. Luckily, everybody was okay, but that's how powerful a tornado can be. It can rip off a lot of buildings and rip things apart. It can pull a tree out of the ground that's been there for years. It can damage cars. It can pick it up and throw it across the town. All right, so that's why it's always important to always take cover during a tornado. All right, so speaking of tornadoes, we are going to make one today in a jar. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Now I'm in my classroom today because I needed all the supplies. All right, so the first thing we're going to need is a jar, okay, that has a lid. We need a jar and a lid, okay? Now, only fill up, this is water that's in it. You only need to fill up the water to about 3/4 of the way. So I didn't fill it all the way to the top because I only filled it about 3/4, okay? So fill up that water. All right, and then these are my other ingredients that we're going to need. We have vinegar, okay, and we have dish soap, okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of glitter to go in there. This is blue glitter, and then I'm also going to put a little bit of food coloring in there to make it stand out, okay. I don't know if we'll need it or not, but I just have it just in case we need it. All right, so in our water, let me pull this down here to where you can see it a little bit better. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is our vinegar. Okay, we're just going to pour a little bit in there. If you need an exact measurement, it would be about 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon worth of vinegar. I'm just going to pour a little bit in. just like that. Perfect. Okay. And then the same thing for the Dawn dish soap. I'm only going to pour about 1 teaspoon in there. Just like that. Okay. This could be an epic fail. I forgot to practice before. And put a little bit of glitter in. Ooh, that was a lot of bit of glitter. That's okay. And I'm going to put my lid on. Okay. Make sure it's really tight because we're about to go like this. Okay, we're going to shake it up. Oops, I was not in the camera view. I'm going to shake it up like this. And we're going to see what happens here. You guys see it starting to form? All I can smell is the tornado, or the vinegar. Oh, my hand. Something's starting to form in there. Let's mix it up again. Now we should see a little funnel that forms once we shake it up. You see it? See how it's all the wind speed is moving around? And then right there at the end, you'll see a little funnel. It's probably hard to see whenever you are watching through the camera, but you could also try it at your house. So these are things that you would probably have lying around, or your parents would have lying around if you want to try. Okay? So now you have a quiz that you can go take, and then you need to finish your research project and then present it on the Flipgrid for me, and I can't wait to see those. It's been such a great year with you guys. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I can't wait to see some of you guys starting in the fall. And then Noah, I know you're a senior, so you will be missed next year. All right? See you guys later.